A Mortal's Journey to Immortality Episode 229. In the previous episode, after the tense battles in Sky Terrace Valley, Han Li and his companions arrive at Yellow Dragon Mountain, a crucial defensive stronghold in the Nine Nations Alliance. There, they meet a bald cultivator who informs them that their allies are retreating after a defeat. Old Man Ma volunteers to intercept the enemy forces alone, eager to test a new treasure of his. While waiting, Han Li is guided to rest by a young female cultivator named Li Yingning. During their conversation, he discovers something astonishing. She is the daughter of Mo Yuzhu, a woman from Han Li's past in the State of Yue. Realizing their connection, Han Li reveals his identity as her mother's senior martial brother. Moved by nostalgia and a sense of duty, he gifts Li Yingning precious pills to aid her cultivation and even entrusts her with a transformed cluster of Gold Devouring Beetles, powerful enough to save her life in danger. Grateful and respectful, Li Yingning departs, leaving Han Li to meditate and recover his strength. And the episode 229 continues. Han Li sat cross-legged in the meditation room on the building's second floor. His eyes were tightly shut, and a gentle azure light radiated from his body, filling the room with a soft, otherworldly glow. With his hands forming a complex and intricate incantation gesture, a ball of purple flame, roughly the size of an egg, hovered delicately above his palm. The flame flickered and wavered, almost as if it had a life of its own, casting dancing shadows across the walls. This was no ordinary flame. Han Li had painstakingly created it by fusing the celestial ice flames with the glacial qi of the six-winged frost centipede. The resulting devil flame, known as the Purple Apex Flames, was an entire stage more powerful than the celestial ice flames alone. At this moment, it represented Han Li's most formidable killing technique, a weapon of unimaginable destructive potential. He knew that even a late nascent soul cultivator would struggle to withstand its heat and energy, though he could not be certain if it could outright kill such a formidable opponent. Yet despite its incredible power, its use was limited by the amount of celestial ice flames he could refine. If he could gather enough of it, he might one day challenge the most powerful cultivators without hesitation. From the back of his mind, Silvermoon clicked her tongue, impressed. "Congratulations, Master. I must admit, I underestimated the Purple Apex Flames. Their potential is far greater than I imagined. With time and refinement, they may become unstoppable." Han Li smiled faintly to himself in response, then drew the flame into his body as a single strand. Feeling its energy weave into his own, he released his incantation gesture, and the meditation ended. Opening his eyes, he spoke softly, almost to himself. "The Purple Apex Flames are powerful, but I have far too little of them for sustained use. What I truly need is the Heaven Void Cauldron. If it is as powerful as Silvermoon claims, it could allow me to sweep across the entire heavenly south without fear, reaching a level of power beyond all worry." Silvermoon's gentle laugh reassured him. "Do not doubt it, Master. The Heaven Void Cauldron's might is beyond what I have described. With it, you will be virtually unstoppable." Before he could say more, a streak of white light suddenly shot into the room, and Yingning's voice echoed, clear and urgent. "Marshal Senior Han, quickly, hurry to the main hall. Senior Ma has returned, and the Molan are about to arrive." The streak of light disappeared as quickly as it had come, leaving Han Li's eyes cold and sharp. Without hesitation, he leapt from the meditation room, moving swiftly toward the main hall. Upon arrival, he found Ji Yu Shuangpu, Old Man Ma, and the large bald man already present. A pale, hunchbacked cultivator in embroidered robes accompanied them, walking steadily despite his appearance. Two unfamiliar core formation cultivators stood silently to the side, observing the room with cautious expressions. Yingning greeted Han Li warmly, her smile contrasting sharply with the tension in the hall. The large bald man offered introductions with a calm yet authoritative tone. "Fellow Taoist Han, this is Bu Yunhe, who once led Sky Terrace Valley. Fellow Taoist Bu, this is Han Li of the Drifting Cloud Sect." Han Li's heart sank slightly. The situation was clearly more serious than he had anticipated. With composed politeness, he said, "I have long admired your reputation. Fellow Taoist Bu, It is impressive that you managed to escape safely." Bu Yunhe's expression was solemn, yet humble. He praised Old Man Ma for his assistance, acknowledging that his survival was only due to the intervention of others. Old Man Ma chuckled, remarking that the enemy had retreated before he could even test his ancient treasure, leaving him slightly disappointed at the missed opportunity. Bu Yunhe then described the approaching Molan forces in detail. Their spell warriors were far stronger than previous invasions, bolstered by enormous beasts with dense, battle-hardened flesh and strange enhancements. These beasts could demolish even the most carefully constructed grand formations, and a group of nascent soul cultivators might still struggle to defeat just one. Han Li's eyes narrowed in thought. Despite being able to wound one such beast using his magic treasure, Bu Yunhe had been unable to finish it off before it destroyed the formation, and he had been distracted by two high-grade spell warriors. Jiyu Shuangpu suggested a bold strategy, hoping that the small group of 5 nascent soul warriors could catch some of the sage-level spell warriors off guard. Bu Yunhe, however, warned that there were likely more high-grade spell warriors concealed within the enemy army, and that the black-robed spell warrior among them was transformed in some way, radiating an aura of death and malice unlike any other. The large bald man concluded that their objective should be to stall and assess the enemy's true strength before committing fully to combat. Preparations were swiftly made. Bu Yunhe and Chang Shuji were sent to a meditation room to recover their strength, while Yingning and the others organized the routed Sky Terrace Valley cultivators, adding them to the garrison to bolster defenses. Han Li silently approved. The large bald man's thoroughness was reassuring, showing why he had been sent to guard this strategic location. From the distance, the thunderous roll of drums sounded, echoing across the landscape. Frost seemed to form on Old Man Ma's face as he spoke with restrained fury. "It seems the Molan have arrived. They were only a step behind us." The large bald man addressed Han Li and the 2 other nascent soul cultivators, ordering them to test the enemy's strength. The 2 core formation cultivators were tasked with scouting for the enemy's sinister tricks, using their prior experience with the Molan to give strategic warnings. Han Li turned his gaze toward the south, where the Molan army floated above a green mist, stretching across the horizon in dense, precise formation. At the forefront were over a dozen high-grade spell warriors, their bodies emitting flickering spirit lights and powerful treasure auras. Among them, 3 figures stood out starkly: a man wreathed in red, a thick, malevolent flame snake writhing around his body, a towering, shriveled figure so fragile it seemed the wind could topple him, yet radiating immense power, and a black-robed figure whose face was obscured. A dark, demonic aura accompanied by ghostly wails emanating from his presence. This black-robed warrior led the front alone, feared and revered by even the other spell warriors, who avoided his gaze. Yet if one were to closely examine them, they could also see a trace of hatred as well. And that wraps up this episode. In this part, we saw Han Li focus on perfecting his most powerful technique yet, the Purple Apex Flames, which he carefully created by combining the celestial ice flames with the glacial chi of the 6-winged frost centipede. We witnessed him meditating deeply, channeling his energy, and testing the flame's immense potential. While the Purple Apex Flames are undeniably powerful, the episode also highlighted the current limitations he faces, as the quantity of the celestial ice flames he can refine remains small. Despite this, we get a clear sense of Han Li's determination and ambition, as he contemplates how obtaining the Heaven Void Cauldron could elevate his power to an entirely new level, allowing him to dominate the Heavenly South without worry. The episode then shifted to the tense and foreboding arrival of the Molan forces. We saw Han Li and the other cultivators quickly preparing for battle, assessing the enemy's strength, and discussing strategies. The episode gave us a vivid look at the dangers they face: massive, armored beasts capable of destroying grand formations and high-grade spell warriors whose abilities exceed anything they have encountered before. Among the enemies, 3 particularly powerful and mysterious figures stood out, including the black-robed spell warrior at the very front of the army, exuding a terrifying aura that commanded both fear and respect. Through these events, This episode illustrates both the growth of Han Li's power and the immense challenges that lie ahead. It emphasizes the importance of preparation, strategy, and caution in the face of overwhelming odds. While also building tension for the battles to come, we get a sense of how precarious the situation is and just how formidable the Molan army truly is, making Han Li's journey even more compelling for the audience. If you enjoyed this episode or found it exciting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications for the latest episodes, so you can follow Han Li's journey every step of the way. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, where the story continues to unfold.